In this video, I'm going to be picking out a random property and analyzing as if it was going to be a house hack. And to make things even better, you can go down in the description below and download my free house hacking calculator. That way, after this video, you can go out there and start analyzing deals to get into your next house hack. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Evan Phoenix, and this channel is all about real estate investing and real estate education. If that's something that you're interested in, why don't you go down and subscribe to this channel? And make sure to stay to the end because I'm going to be telling you exactly how you know what to offer on a property when it's all said and done and you ran the numbers. Okay guys, let's get into exactly how I analyze a house hacking property, and you can follow along as well if you want to download for free my house hacking calculator in the description below. Anyways, as I pull it up, I just want to go over it real quick for you. So basically you have the purchase price, down payment percentage, down payment money, closing costs, and rehab needed. That should calculate just about everything that you need for the property. Between the next one, which is the income on the property based off of the units, this can go either way. If you are analyzing a single family house so that you can rent out one room instead of doing a multifamily property, all you gotta do is change the units to rooms, and then there you go, start analyzing it. So this can work for either a multifamily house hack or a single family house hack. Moving on, you have basically all the expenses on the property: principal and interest, taxes, insurance, water, sewer, trash, electricity, property management if you want to use that, reserves, maintenance, landscaping, pretty much everything you have. And then once you plug in all that, basically it will come over on this side where it says current rent. It will analyze all that at the current rent versus the market rent if you're going to go in there, update everything, and raise the rents. Then after moving out, I have a section down here that's basically going to tell you what's going to happen after you move out and you rent the room that you're living in right now and you're going to rent out, or the unit that you're living in right now and you're going to move out of. So basically it's going to analyze all that. It'll give you a cash on cash return, and there's a set aside over here for monthly reserves. And then there's monthly reserves over here. Basically, I'm just trying to preface that it's very smart to have it in your reserves, and you should really have it in there in case of something bad happening. So I typically do 6 months, but times right now where interest rates are a lot higher, we don't know where the market's going to go. I'm pushing towards that 9 months instead of 6 months. All right, so let's go ahead and start analyzing on property. So let's go to trusty Zillow, and let's do Milwaukee. Let's just find something in Milwaukee, something easy. Go over here to home type. We'll cross everything out. I'm going to do a multifamily property. Like I said, it works same way if you're going to do a single family house. So let's just go through here and let's try to do something more on the affordable end. Let's look right here. Bam. This one looks pretty good. Looks like it's pretty nice on the inside. Nothing, major. It looks like that's popping out to me structurally, cosmetically, maybe a little bit of updating. Looks like they did a little bit, but this looks like a perfectly good rental. In my market, whoa, that bathroom with the exposed piping is a little different, but you know what? We're gonna use it. So. This looks like it is a great 2-2 Southwest duplex. Okay, so let's go ahead and start analyzing this one. So we're gonna go ahead and take the address, go back, put it in. It is not 1234 Main Street in Apple ZZ. All right, go ahead and put the address so we know what we're doing here, and go back to this. So it's a duplex. Looks like it's a 2-2, so we're gonna go ahead and put 0 here. It's only 2 units. You're gonna live in one side, and you're gonna rent out the other. And it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath on each side. Alrighty, so you don't need these. You're gonna live in one, rent out the other. Okay, so how do you find rents? How do you find the income that you're gonna generate from this property, right? So the first thing I would do is go ahead and pin mark this down here. So you look like you're around Bayview, South 13th Street. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here for sale and actually go for rent. And that's gonna tell me what exactly I can rent it for. So let's say we got a 2-2, so 1-1 is renting for about $625. See if we can get a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Okay, so we got a 2-bedroom, 1-bath at $925. It looks in good shape, looks updated, looks pretty similar. let's see if we can move around here. Yeah, 2-bedroom, 1-bath is pretty much $995, so close to $1,000. Here's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that's renting for $1,200. So now you're seeing what's on the market. So there's this website that you can go to. It's called Rentometer to find some rents. Basically what you can do is you can type in the address or the area, and you can go ahead and type in that it's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 or more, because 2 on each side, or up and down, and then make sure that it's on apartment/condo. That way you know that it's getting rented as one, because if you rent out a whole house, it's going to be completely different. It might be a little bit more. So I'm going to hit analyze, and it's going to drop me down to exactly what this is going to be. Just from what I'm looking at right now, looks like this is high. Exactly, especially from what I've been seeing on Zillow. So I'm not going to go with Rentometer. I'm going to go ahead and just stay with what I have, which is around $1,000. So what we'll do, we'll go back, we'll go ahead and current rent. I'm not sure, it does not say in the description. So I'm just going to put 1,000, and then I'll put 1,000 for what the market rent is. And you know what, just so you can see, I'm going to put 800 here, so you can tell from the current and market exactly what that is. So looks like we're going to get $1,000. So now time to go down to our expenses on the property. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and go back to our property. And what we'll do is type in that 185. So it's time to figure out exactly what our mortgage would be. So what we'll do is we got the 185 if we're going to buy it at market. And we'll go ahead and do 185. Down payment 3.5, 30 years. Interest rate probably going to be around 7% right now. And then you're going to leave this because this is PMI on an FHA loan. It's just because you're putting so little down. This is basically a mortgage insurance premium. Just because you're putting little down, they're going to charge you a little bit more. So you want to keep that. And what we can do is, since we're not counting, we're doing this separately. We're going to go ahead and put all these down and hit calculate. And what we're looking at is about $1,209.27. So we'll go over here to principal and interest, 1209.27. So that's that. So now we got to go figure out the taxes and insurance. Typically, I wouldn't go off of this, but for the example, I'm going to. Typically, you would actually go on the county's website and look up the specific property, see what the taxes actually are. But for this instance, just because we're going through it real quick, I'm going to just see what it says on Zillow and use that basically. So as we go down, 2019 looks like it's about 2,154. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take 2,154 divided by 12, and you go back to your calculator, and in taxes for monthly, you'll put 179.5 because that's the annual tax divided by 12. Also, we'll go to insurance. I like being conservative on the insurance. It's never bad to have too much insurance in my thought process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 125 a month, and we'll stick it there for now. Now let's go ahead and see exactly who pays for what in here. So as we go down, make sure you go through the facts and features and the details on the property. Looks like there's off street parking, which is nice. As you come down, multifamily, okay. Electric meters, so separately metered for electric. I'm going to go ahead and say, it doesn't say 2 gas meters, 2 electric meters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say the water and sewer is going to be paid by the landlord. So that would be you. So let's go ahead and put for the water. I'm just going to take a guess here because I don't know the specific area, but this can be easily looked up. But for now, I'm going to do $50 per unit on the water and sewer. So basically, I'm going to do $50 for the water monthly and $50 for the sewer monthly between the 2 units. So I'm going to keep that there. And trash, I'm going to add $25 per per month for the trash. Now this may be a little high, but like I said, I like to be conservative. I plug in the numbers, run the numbers, and then after I'm done, start calling the county and getting more specific on the property so I know exactly what's going to happen if I want to move forward on this property. So this is the initial analyzing of the property before I dig deeper into the specific numbers. So as we go down, electric is separately metered, so we're good. Other utilities on the property, there's separate gas meters as well. So besides that, you're pretty much good. Now what you can do is you can charge back. In my properties, we actually do a $50 per unit charge back for the water and sewer. That's something that you can do to increase the income on the property. I'm not going to do this on this example, but just keep in mind that's something you can do because you are paying out of pocket. You can't technically split the water bill because one tenant may be using a lot more than the other and it wouldn't be fair, but you can charge a $50 per unit per month so that it can go towards the water and sewer charge to limit that expense and raise your income on the property. So in my area, property management for us is about 8%. Reserves, just looking at this property, I'd do case by case. Just looking at this, yes, it's in good condition. I like being conservative, as I've said that word about 30 times so far. So I like being conservative. In this situation, I'm probably going to keep the reserves per month at 5% of the monthly income. And the maintenance, I'm probably going to put at 5% too. So 10% total, sorry, not 500. 10%, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Monthly, 10. All right, keep that at 10%. And landscaping, it depends. Are you gonna go cut it or are you gonna pay someone to? In my instance, I'm not gonna go out there and cut it because I don't live in Milwaukee. So I'm gonna have to hire someone and have a property manager. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave this 160 in. And as far as other, I think we're good right now. I'm gonna count snow removal as well in the landscaping. So I'm gonna keep that for a year-round expense. So after we plug in all those numbers and we analyze the property, we can go over here and see exactly how much we're going to make each month. Now that we analyze it, let's go ahead and look at the numbers and just observe it a little bit. So as you look at the current rent, you may be thinking, hey, minus $1,182.77. That's terrible. Why would you want to do this deal if that's the case? Well, just look at it as if, your mortgage is $1,500. So if you didn't have that rental income coming in, you'd be paying $1,500 plus the $125 and plus everything else. Basically you'd be paying around $2,000 for this property, where instead you're paying only $1,180 because you have that income coming in from the other unit. So you have to take that in advance. If you wanted to buy a single family house for the same price, you're going to be paying about $800 more. So that's the power of house hacking. It's, sometimes it's great if you're able to get a property to pay for all the expenses of the property. But if you can't do that, it's okay to pay a little bit. You did not lose on a house hack because you paid a little bit. And I'm going to be going over why you did not lose this in a second. So when you raise it to market, it's only going to be going about $1,000 that you'll be paying out of pocket instead of that $2,000. So just figure you're saving about $1,000. Now, this is where things get interesting, and this is where you want to really analyze to make sure you have a good return. So after you do that, yes, that's nice that you're saving money. You may look at it and say, wow, I'm still paying $1,000 per month. But, in that area, that's about the same as rent. So you might as well own a property and get the benefits of home ownership. So now we go down to after moving out. So one point I'd like to make right here is that 3.5% down FHA loan requires you to live in the property for at least 1 year unless you refinance out after 6 months into a conventional loan. Then you can, at any time after 6 months, you can move out if you've refinanced into a conventional loan. So when we go down here, so unit 1 you've lived in, right? But you're moving out. So now you're getting the income from there. So you can put $1,000 for that unit. And you can put the $1,000 for the unit that you have, right? You don't have a third or a fourth unit, so we're gonna cut that out. We're gonna make sure we put over here, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And you got $2,000. So now, let's run the property. So now, looks like you're losing about, after everything's said and done, after the maintenance, after the reserves, the property manager, you're going to be, after all the expenses, you're going to be losing about $258.77. Now, if you bought the property, it wouldn't look like this. Let me tell you exactly why. If you go over here and change the maintenance, you're not going to be paying anyone that. That's going to be sitting in your account until you have to use it. So let's say that maintenance, let's say it's 10%, but for the first couple months, you don't have any maintenance repairs or you don't have any reserves repairs, right? You'll be making $41 a month, as you can see right here. So you don't pay anyone the reserves or the maintenance, but you keep it in your account and you pretend like you pay someone so that in case something were to pop up, you have the money for that. So let's go ahead, put that back to 10%, put this back to 5%. So we have the numbers, right? So looks like you have a cash on cash reserve of minus 4.34%, right? We don't want that. That's not good. We're losing $250 a month, right? So this is how I'm going to tell you how you can make any deal work, given that the seller accepts your offer. So what you're going to do is now, so I forgot to change this, but this doesn't affect the actual equation because we have our principal and interest in there already. So now we go back and we try to make this work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the calculator and say, you know what, 185 doesn't work. Let's try 165, right? So we're going to try 165 and that's going to come up at $1,078.54. So let's go back at 1078.54, I believe it was. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, so now we change that, right? And we go back and that property still doesn't work, right? So that doesn't work either, right? So let's go ahead and keep dropping it until something works for us. So let's go ahead and go back and let's say that we are going to try 125, right? This is taking it to an extreme, but I just want to show you sometimes it's not this far off. So let's go ahead and hit that, hit calculator. Now we're at 817.07, right? Go back over here. Change that to 817.07. So now at that $125,000 mark, right? You can now cash flow $133.43 after everything's said and done. But what you'll actually be getting each month, once you get, you take out the 10% and the 5%, you'll actually be getting about $433 in your pocket every single month. But that's not your cash flow. So you'll actually be getting that every single month. If you have no vacancies, if you have no expenses, no maintenance for the first year, which it's kind of hard to believe, then you'll actually be getting $5,200 for the whole year. But that's not going to happen because things come up all the time and that's just unrealistic. So what we're going to do is put that back and now you'll actually get about $1,600 for the year, but you have principal pay down by the tenants. The tenants are paying down your mortgage. You're getting the appreciation of the property, depreciation you can write off on taxes, and you're getting pretty much the benefits of home ownership. And if you live in this property long enough so that the appreciation goes up, you have a 20% equity position in this property, you can actually refinance out of this into a conventional and then move out into a brand new house hack, do the same thing again, and this property will be netting you about $133.43. Now, let's say this doesn't work for you and this is still not enough cash flow, meat on the bone for you to invest in this property. Keep going back and lowering that purchase price. Keep lowering it until that is, where you feel comfortable with the cash flow, the return on investment. And then once you get that, that's your offer price and you can't go any higher. You're probably going to throw out 10 offers, 20 offers, 30 offers at some times and only get one back saying that they'll accept it. So it's all about running the numbers. Don't break from what you have in your criteria. Don't go out there and just buy property because you want to buy property. Stay within your criteria, keep offering. And I think in the next couple months, you're really going to see sellers want to sell their property and be motivated. So your offers that you're making now, you're going to stick some and everything's going to be fine. So I promise you, even if it seems like, it's way under every single time you analyze a property, it's because the interest rates are up. So just keep offering and, you're going to get one and keep analyzing. It's only going to sharpen your toolkit. So So yeah, so I really hope that this analyzer helps, and I hope that walkthrough helped a little bit as well. If you do anything different, I'd love to know. Go down to the comments below, see if I missed anything, if you do anything different. I love to learn. I'm constantly learning as well. This was kind of like an overview. Typically, I go a lot deeper, go on the county websites, figure out exactly what the payments are. But for now, I just wanted to run you through it and see, exactly how to. So if this interests you, make sure to go ahead and check out this video, which is how I purchased my first house hack. I tell you all the story about how I found it, how I was able to purchase it, how much I put into it, how much it rents now, and how much it cash flows. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy that one. So go ahead, click on this and go watch that.